We'll be looking at getting set up on PayPal. So what we do is we go into www.paypal.com. PayPal is one of the preferred payment methods by eBay. One of the fantastic things about PayPal is that you can get payments straight away and it gets reflected on your eBay site. So if someone chooses to pay via their credit card or directly from their bank account via PayPal, they can. The good thing about PayPal, especially for customers, are that they have 60 days to dispute a transaction, and it's also a very safe form of transacting with others. What we'll do is now is get set up. So let's click on sign up here. Okay, now we would like to choose a Premier account because we will be selling items. So basically it's for individuals who buy and sell online. Just make sure that Australia is also your chosen country, or if you are from another country, pick your country. Then we click get started. And what we're going to do now is fill up all the information here. In this case scenario, I'm going to use some bogus information. You, on the other hand, have to use your correct information so that all your information gets linked to eBay. So I'm going to use the email address that I got set up on eBay, so which was dummy to account. Now it's come up here because I've used this email before, and it's saying choose a password, 8 characters minimum. So I'm going to choose a password as well. And I would always suggest, as in previous sessions, have a little book where you've got all your secure information. For example, your PayPal details, your eBay details, and mainly you're focused on the user IDs and your passwords. Every time you are in PayPal and you want to sign up, your user ID is your email address. So just make sure you put a note somewhere. When you log in, you're using your email address. Now, my first name will be dummy, and I will just put A and account. Now, the date of birth I used was 01/01/1980, and the address I will use PO Box 123. So basically fill out all this information, which is quite easy to fill out. New South Wales 2000, and a phone number, so 02-876. I'm just making this up. And click on agree and to create your account. So just make sure you do read some of this information if you are not familiar and if you do not feel safe. Also, I would suggest going through all this information you filled out so that you know that you filled out the right information. Sometimes it can be very frustrating if you fill it out and it's incorrect, like right now. So it's saying here your information is incomplete or incorrect. Please correct the fields below and try again. Enter your postal address. We cannot accept PO boxes. Well, there you go. So let's change it to another bogus address. Waterloo Avenue. That's optional. Yeah, this should be fine. And now agree. And okay, so it's asking me to reinsert. So let's do that again. And I'm putting that through right now. So let's see how this actually goes. Yes, fantastic. Now, how would you like to pay for your purchases? Because you're a seller, you do need to provide your credit card details on eBay. So, and also you need to link up your bank account to eBay. With your bank account, what happens here is you can actually withdraw money that's in your PayPal and send it to your bank account. With your credit card, you can make payments. So if there's no money in your PayPal account, you can actually get the money transferred out from your credit card to your PayPal account and make your make your payment that way as well. So it actually gives you information here. So if you're paying by credit card, you're paying straight away. It gets set up and you don't have, and it gets reflected in your payment. If you pay for an item via bank account, it will take a fair few days before before the person selling the item to you will actually see it. So let's say we want to go with credit card, for example. You just need to fill out this information and click continue. I'm just going to go to back the account. If you want to pay via bank account, then you just need to fill up your information in here, and you can mention whether it's check or savings and all this information. And then you click continue. Now, because you are new to PayPal, what happens here is you want to get your account verified. So you need to go up here to this end once you get into my account. This is the front view of my account. You'll see this status and it's got here you're unverified. And now it's saying get verified. So what you need to do is click on get verified. And this will take you to the area where you can get yourself verified. Now, once you link your account, you can confirm that it's the same correct credit card details you've got. You can change your billing address. Once you said, yes, that's what I want, it says here, after you click continue, we'll charge this card $2 or equivalent as part of the confirmation process. We'll refund the money into your PayPal account after you confirm your card. So I'm going to click on continue now. This is a process that's used just to make sure that the account belongs to you. Have a read of this page here, which is very important. So for example, please confirm your card in 2 to 3 days. What will happen is you will receive a statement in your account. So there's a code here. It'll have the date, it'll have PayPal written next to it, and a code and an amount. Now, what they want you to do is they want you to write this code down and then come back into PayPal once you've got the code and confirm it by inserting that number in there. So this is a great way to make sure that your account is secure. So make sure you actually do perform this. Okay, so now we are looking at a different account of mine, and we are using this account so that I can show you various different options. So I'll be able to show you transactions, and I can also show you what things you can do, and if there's any issues, what you need to do. Okay, so firstly, this is your overview account. This is where you see all transactions that appear. This area here you've got called PayPal balance. It shows you how much you have in your PayPal account. Now, this amount has not gone anywhere. It's actually in your PayPal account. What you can do if you want to transfer it over to your bank account, we need to do a certain task before we do that. So currently we've got this amount here. If you decide that you want to make a payment and buy an item, and you're using PayPal, this is the exact amount that's going to come out of there if it's worth $49 or less. Now, this area here are your recent activities. You've got here payments received and you've got payments sent as well. So let's click on payments received, for instance. So what comes up will be the dates. So the dates from the last time a payment was received back down to the last time payments were received. And it actually tells you here, payments received from the 28th of September to 28th of October. You've got here in all currency, so you can actually choose and see how much it was in US dollars, for instance. And then you can click, or you could choose in Australian. So if you're using multiple currencies that are coming through, you can click on those. Now here is the date that you received the payment. It actually says here, payment from. You'll see the person's name. You'll see that it's been completed. Now, if we have a look at another customer where it's got payment from, it's got here partially refunded. Now, you can actually issue part refunds if, for example, there was a problem with your item. If it was damaged, you can do that. So we've got details of the transaction, we've got issue refund, we've got gross amount, and PayPal actually tells you the fees that you actually paid on that amount. So I received that payment of $27.95, and the amount I paid to PayPal was 97 cents. Which leaves me with a balance of $26.98. It's quite straightforward. It's pretty amazing the way you can maneuver around PayPal. It's user friendly as well. So let's click on issue refund here, and let's just say we have to partially refund this customer, just say $5. You need to make sure you fill that amount out and not the total amount, because the total amount actually comes through. So you can put down the invoice number you want to create and also a note to your customer, and you click continue to send it to them. Now let's click and let's go back to the overview of our account. It's taking a little while. Okay, lovely. Now you can see payments received. You can go to payments sent as well. So by clicking that, you come up with all the types of payments that we have made, which is great. So we've got payments to, which has, and it actually says it has cleared. The amount of $37 was paid. Then it's got the other payments which have got completed, sending it out to someone else. Now here up this end, we've got recent activities. We can find out over the last 1 month or last 3 months, for instance, what transactions went through. So we could go last 3 months now, if we want to work out how much money came in and what went through, for instance. You might want to do this for your tax purposes or for your BAS, for any reason really. You can also click on find a transaction up here. If there was any transactions made to particular people, you've got a choice of in email, so you could put their email address, a transaction number, their surname, their last name. Any issues you have, you can always come up this end and have a look. Now, let's go across. If you want to add funds, you can click on add funds up here. And my computer is going very slow. It's just connecting slowly right now. I'll just redo that. Now, if you have a zero balance on your account, you can actually transfer money from your bank account straight to your PayPal account. It takes 3 to 5 working days as well. And the cost is free. So you can click here, transfer funds from a bank account to my PayPal account. And it'll ask you from which bank account you can choose. Then you can put in the amount as well. Then you go click. Now, if you want to transfer the amount from your PayPal account to your bank account, you want it to go straight in, all you have to do is click withdraw and click on transfer to bank account. So just go up here, but you need to click on transfer to bank account. And it's coming through right now. Once you do the transfer, it can take from 2 to 5 working days. So I would say, if you're planning on using the money that's on your account, don't transfer it. You can pay most items via PayPal. But if you can wait 3 to 5 days, then use the transfer from PayPal straight to your bank account. So all you have to do is put in whatever amount. You could put $20 in, for instance, out of that. Then you're left with $29.08. Or you could put the complete amount and then transfer it to that bank account and then go continue. Now, if you want to add another bank account, you can do that as well. Then you go continue. In this case scenario, I'm not going to click continue because I want the money to stay there. So I will leave it as it is. Now with history, there's a great way of finding out all the information you need. So for example, I'm going to click history and basic search. Now, there are different things that you can find out. For instance, if you're looking for a payment, if you want to know from what date to what date, and a whole lot. Once it comes through, I'll be able to show you what we're looking at. Again, here you can select dates. You can select this week, last week, if it was this month or last month, or even the last 3 months. You can scroll down this site and you can have a look and see what you're looking for. And again, you can find a transaction as well if you've got the transaction number. It's a great way of doing that. Now, resolution, this is a great, well, this is not great. This is where someone would dispute something. Possibly you would dispute a transaction or someone else was disputing something you were selling. So you'll know if there's an issue by just clicking on overview. And I'm going to show you right now where it comes through. So we're in the front page. You can actually see up to this corner, the right-hand side. It says your open disputes and claims 2, claims requiring your action, number 1. Now, if you were to click on that, it will take you to an issue that's going on. So, for example, you'll see the party, the item, and they're saying requires your action. And this could be the person has not received it. Then you need to click in here to go in to respond to an issue. You'll also see that it has it mentioned in red requiring your action. This is when you know that they are expecting you to respond. You can also click on up here on view open cases. You can see there's a fair few people that are actually making claims, or it might have been a past issue. So generally you'd click on open cases. You can even go to being reviewed by PayPal as well. And you can have a look at closed cases in the last 15 days. Now, if you choose to send money to someone via their email address in PayPal, you just need to click here, send money, and what will come through is options. So because I'm a PayPal seller and this is a business account, it allows me to make mass payments, pay for eBay items, and send money online. Let's say we want to send it to someone that we know. So you've got different email addresses that come through. You can put in your friend's email address, for example, who's with PayPal. You can send them some money. So you just need to choose a email address. You put in the amount you want to send to them, Australian dollars, and you can state in here whether they're goods or their services. So say, for instance, someone wants a job done. They can send it to the person's email address, which is linked to PayPal, put the money in, and they can send the money through to that person. You can also, if you're doing and this is also for anyone that's running any business, if you want to send money, for example, even request money. So here, for example, if we were to complete this, we'd click on continue, then the money would have been sent to them. And you can also describe, there'll be another option where you can actually describe what is it you've purchased or what service you have purchased. Here's where you've got all this information and you can put in, you've got funds and you can put a personal message. Now, if you're running a business and you want someone to pay you, you can click on request money, put in the person's email address, or maybe it's a saved email address, put the amount in, click on goods and services, and then click on continue. The next thing we can look at are invoice settings, and this is not available to you unless you're a business account, unless they have changed it. And so if we go in here, we can, for example, have templates. You can create a template, and if we are viewing this one, I've created one where I've got my address there already and I've got a description. We can edit that as well, and then we can put down, send it out to that person. So this basically ends our session on PayPal. Generally, you'll have several different issues that might come up. And if you ever need to talk to PayPal, there is a section here where you can click on Contact Us. And it's questions, we're here to help. There will be several different areas that you can look at. So you're looking at writing down what you want, or saying that you want to chat with someone. There's no waiting. This is a virtual agent. You can click here and you can send. So you need to put in some information and they will let you know. You can also call. And when you give them a call on this telephone number, you need to quote a PIN that will constantly appear. So if you call them half an hour later, the PIN will be different. So you need to click on that, get that number, and quote the PIN when you talk to the person. You can email them as well by clicking on email. They will give you an address, and you've got the other areas which we won't go into. Now this ends the session for PayPal.